top five, top five, top five.
Yeah, girl, you ready to do this? You ready to count this thing down? We're doing the top five, her. Yeah, let's set it off with 1, 2, 3, 4.
Like a dream sequence they have in one episode, and they all look like the comic book versions,
Yeah.
and it's amazing.
Whoa, that's kind of cool.
Yes.
Wait, so is his name Jughead in the show, or is
Yeah.
it is
Yeah,
it something
Jughead
else?
Jones.
Jughead Jones.
Yeah, but
And his
is it
sister
like his
Jelly Bean?
nickname Jughead in the show?
No, it's a cool
He's
name.
got his sister named Jelly Bean as well.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
One of my other gripes is that Archie's dad isn't a fat guy like he is in the comics.
He's like he's Luke Perry.
Yeah, he's Luke Perry.
Is it actually?
enough.
That's Luke
It's
Perry.
actually Luke Perry.
Jesus.
That's weird.
His
Is
mom-
Miss
his mom
Grundy
being-
hot too?
Oh, Miss Grundy is hot as fuck.
Are you gonna watch this show?
No.
She's banging Archie.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Archie's
God.
banging his teacher.
Miss Grundy?
Miss
The
Grundy.
She's a
white, decrepit.
No,
late-
she's a 33 hot
She's
as
a
fuck
hot
woman.
music teacher, and Archie just wants to be a musician.
music
so
teacher.
badly.
Flute snoot. No, I don't know if I'm into it.
Well,
Riverdale, more like river. Stale. Oh.
oh, Homer Simpson got kicked out of Riverdale.
Stay in Riverdale.
Not bad.
I just
No, how long was that brewing in your head? Come on.
I was thinking about it. I was like,
I love
there's
the-
a crossover here.
Yeah.
I love the bit afterwards though, where like Homer's just sitting in the car while he's waiting on the kids, reading an Archie book. But those Riverdale punks think they're so cool.
Should we start with like the podcast? Hello, everyone,
Oh, this is
and
the-
welcome back to Ranked Top 5 lists of stuff that don't matter. Matt, you missed the whole intro. You want to do the little hum at the end there? Da-na-na-na.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah, that's good. That's pretty good. That's
enough.
pretty good. Welcome back. I'm your host, Tuong La, and we have quite the episode today on our show. But before we introduce that topic, let's introduce these hot guests. To my right, we have glasses wearing, polo shirt, beard man extraordinaire.
Oh yeah.
Glen Barlas. Hello, Mr. Glenn.
Thank you.
Do you like to go as Glen Barlas?
Absolutely. That's my favorite thing.
What other nicknames do you go by?
Glennifer Aniston, Glendale.
Yeah.
Those works.
Oh, wow.
Glengarry Glen Ross, if you're feeling adventurous.
Cool. Cool. I've never seen Glengarry Glen Ross.
Me neither.
I have to say,
I don't know who that is.
it's it's like a movie. It's a movie. Glenn, who is gentleman across the aisle from you?
My friend right here is the good Matthew Barrow. How are you doing tonight, my friend?
Good, thank you.
Matt Barrow. He's back. He's
Yeah.
back with a vengeance. Yeah. Matt, who is beside you?
The person sitting next to me in the Simpsons t-shirt.
Only one wearing.
Yeah, only one wearing Simpsons clothing.
Yeah.
Also has a Simpsons notebook with her.
Yep.
Sam, whom has the last name I forget.
Sam Leggatt.
Nailed
You're
it.
here.
Nailed it.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Are you gonna cause a fuss this episode?
I'm gonna try to know.
No, it's okay. It's all right.
I
Just know you're
apologize.
wrong in advance.
I'm ready to fight you now.
I'm kind of siding with her already, Tom.
Okay.
Right?
Good thing I got Glennifer Aniston.
I've got the
man.
Simpsons shirt on.
So Sam, before the episode actually officially started, she was talking about how great her impressions were.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah. So
She was just going on and on about it. It was so weird.
It was crazy.
Really? Really? We're gonna throw me under the table like
No,
this?
we're not. You said you had a really great Marge. There you
Oh,
go.
right
That's
there.
her Marge. All right. If you haven't guessed already, our episode today is top 5 supporting Simpsons characters. So we didn't want to do just the core family because it's kind of cheap. You know, Homer would definitely win. I think we can probably agree on that. Maybe, I don't know.
I'm not
Homer
going
Bart.
Homer or Bart, yeah. So we're gonna, aside from the core Simpsons family, we're going with supporting cast, and the only criteria for that is that they have to be recurring. So you don't get your Hank Scorpio, you don't get your Roy. Who else?
Lurleen Lumpkin.
Yeah, but no one's gonna vote for Lurleen.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
She's a home wrecker. She is.
What about your Mindy Simmons?
She's a home wrecker too.
Who's hotter?
Oh, Mindy.
Mindy, yeah.
Oh, Mindy.
Okay, well,
Okay.
whatever.
Anyways.
We're done. I'm out of here.
What, are you a Lurleen person more?
I was her for Halloween.
No, she's like.
I sang her songs. Oh, I can do an impression of her.
Oh,
Okay.
let's do it. Let's hear
Well,
it.
no, I don't want to. No.
Okay. All right. That was great. Sam, would you say your Simpsons one-time crush was like Lisa's substitute teacher?
Mr. Bergstrom, I can't even nominate him either.
No, he doesn't. He's-
Sam, curious, does that also translate into you having a crush on the voice actor of Mr. Bergstrom?
Well, they never said who that was, so I don't know.
I
I'm
don't-
kidding.
who is it?
It's
It's
Dustin,
Dustin
Hoffman.
Hoffman.
Oh yeah.
But that was before when people didn't want to like give
Yeah.
their name to cartoons, so he didn't actually appear in the credits.
Neither did Michael Jackson when he appeared in the show.
Legit.
Cool. Great. Good info, guys.
The
as
more
can,
you know.
Yeah, as you can see, we have a table of experts, minus me, apparently. And we're here today to rank those Simpsons characters. Like every other episode, how we'll do it today is we'll each nominate 3 Simpsons characters, go around the circle 3 times, make a master list of 12, then we'll whittle that down to a top 5 list and order them. All right, so I'm going to go first. Guys, this is my number 1. I'm going to say that off the top. I usually just try to start off strong. My number 1 is Chief Clancy Wiggum. Come on. Give me,
choice.
is everyone smiling? Is this
yeah, man.
are you guys on my
I'll
side with
say
this?
He wasn't in my top 3, but he was kind of on my list. On my list I have like Wiggum family.
Come on, man. He even has a catchphrase. Wah. Wah. I love Chief Wiggum. I think every time he's on screen, he's always just that bumbling police officer who's just not really good at his job ever. I love how he always just plays with his gun, like shooting the TV or shooting like a crocodile or trying to report like a car, and he doesn't know how to like do it.
He's got lights.
I'm directly under the sun right now, and that kind of stuff. I love Wiggum. He's great.
I love his fights also, but like I love his like little weird competition with Mayor Quimby. Any episode where they're like fighting for power, like
in the monorail episode?
yeah, and
Yeah.
it happens frequently, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And I'd also like to point out he's the only character that's really dumber than Homer. Like,
Well, him and his son.
well,
Yeah.
Ralph is
true.
pretty dumb.
They're just a pretty
And
dumb family. I guess.
That also brings me to another point. Like, as dumb and like silly as the character is, you can also tell like he's got a real love for Ralph as well, which is nice.
Ralphie.
Yeah.
I quote Wiggum quotes like all the time. Like anytime there's chocolate on my pants or anything on my pants,
Nothing
like
gets out chocolate.
see, I love that.
That episode is the first time you find out Wiggum is Ralph's dad too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Go through like 3 seasons
Fun
without
facts.
that. Yeah.
My favorite Simpsons episode, or one of my favorites, is the Springfield Connection, where Marge becomes a cop. And there's so many good like Wiggum moments in there, like when they're bringing in the pizza, but you think it's like an
We got
actual,
everything we need on you.
wow, this better be about pizza.
My favorite one also from that is women always have problem with the wall. They can never find the door.
I know it's so.
Sir, you can't get a gun until you tell me your name.
I had it up to here with your rules. Anyways, Sam, what do you have as your first nomination?
My first nomination, I guess, will be Mr. Burns.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah, I don't think we could have a list without Mr. Burns.
Burnsy.
Charles Montgomery Burns. I think I'm not even gonna do. I was gonna try and quote his catchphrase. But
Do it.
no.
Excellent.
Excellent. I don't know. You have to do the hands, right? I also love when Homer tries to do excellent when he's doing the play audition.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't really have a specific episode for him, but he like appears from the get-go, right? He's in Simpsons Roasting on an Open Fire. I feel like is really important to the show as far as supporting characters go, as he's like the constant villain. Like anytime they need a villain, you've got Mr. Burns, and it's usually in a comedic.
He's actually a really good villain.
Oh,
too.
and his like, maniacal laughs. And, monorail episode where he's like, I'm Mr. Shrub.
I agree with Mr. Shrub.
Yeah. So he's got that. He's also part for like bad boss jokes. Like, the on-running, not knowing Homer's name jokes. I just feel like he's such a vehicle for jokes that he's like super important.
Yeah.
Old people and like being weak jokes.
I
Like,
love the being weak thing.
Yeah, so I just and Harry Shearer voicing him, like he just like he nails it whenever he's like screaming and angry. Like it's just so fun to listen to him. I'm gonna butcher this, but like there's a scene that you can YouTube of him ranting to his lawyers when he's talking to them and he has them all together and he's just like, I hate you all so much, and then he like goes calm and he's like talking to them and this and that. So yeah, I just feel like Harry Shearer just kills the voice acting with Burns, and he's super important to the show as a whole.
Yeah, I agree. I love how weak he is. I like how like Smithers puts like a sponge on his head and then he just sinks to the bottom and can't get out. And then there's this one episode where he's not so weak. It's when Homer's fat and he's doing calisthenics. Why is Mr. Burns like active right now? But one of my favorite things is when Mo hits him in the back or in the knee or the leg because he couldn't play bowling.
Yeah. He fixes him.
I don't think I can play today. Take that. Thank you, stranger.
See, he's got so many good episodes. Like, there's so many Burn ones.
Oh, and See My Vest. Come on. That's like one of the best songs ever.
Yes.
One of my favorite things from him is from his birthday. It's the Bobo episode.
I just watched that last night.
Where the Ramones sing his birthday song to him. And at the end, it's like, Smithers have the Rolling Stones killed.
Yeah. And at the end of that roast, because like Homer goes up after and like roasts him, and then he's just like destroy. Like this party's over, and then like his like squad like beats everyone up in the audience. It's really funny.
On that Smithers thing too, he, like I said, he's a vehicle for so many jokes. He's also part of the like Smithers being gay jokes.
Yeah.
Like without him, you wouldn't have that weird dynamic they have.
Hello,
too.
Smithers. You're quite good.
At turning me on.
This episode's just gonna be quotes. This episode's just gonna be quotes. Matt, what do you got?
We go from one villain that's more recurring than the villain I'm going to suggest, but he's in it more than once.
Okay.
Sideshow Bob Terwilliger.
Oh yeah.
Oh, interesting pick. Go
Valid.
ahead. I like Sideshow Bob.
I just watched the episode, his intro episode yesterday again. I really enjoyed I'm going to just kiss the ass of the director of that episode because it was Brad Bird.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it was kind of like the very first episode where they go in a weird, fun direction with the art.
Testify.
But yeah, like he's recurring every time he's in it. Like even in the newer episodes, which are weaker, he's still fun. It's always good to see him.
He has the best hair ever.
He does.
Yeah.
And then there was also like that really good episode with him and Cecil, where it's pretty much just a Frasier episode.
Yeah, I like. The best Sideshow Bob bit for me is with the rakes. The rakes is just, it's so good.
Incidentally enough, that just happened because they were running they had not enough time.
I know. That's funny. That's great. They just needed to fill like another 30 seconds or something.
So, the rake joke.
And now Family Guy does that all the time. It's like all their jokes are that joke.
Family Guy.
Yeah,
we're not doing a Family Guy episode, guys.
That episode was pretty much like just
saying.
them showing like how you can do something really repeatedly, slowly, and make it funny.
Yeah, Sideshow Bob's like a solid arch nemesis to Bart, and he always gets foiled. Except for that episode where he almost won. Actually, I guess it's every episode.
Yeah, he almost always
wins. But there's a good episode with Sideshow Bob and Bart where they kind of like, I forget what actually happens, but they like come together being like.
It's the one with Cecil.
Is it that one?
Yeah, because they have to foil his younger brother
I'm thinking
Cecil.
of a different one. It's like when Sideshow Bob is like mind controlling Bart.
Oh yeah, he wants to mind control. That's one of the newer episodes.
Yeah, newer.
Was
By
that a
newer, I
Halloween
think it's
one?
like 15 or something.
Yeah.
Season 15 or something.
Oh.
I forget what it like. It's just like
Yeah.
they come together and like they understand each other. Like Sideshow Bob like sings a song about how they like need each other and stuff.
Oh god, that sounds awful. I'm sorry. Anything past season 10. Like I watched 2 years ago the Halloween episode, the whole gimmick to get people to watch, and I fell into this trap was like, oh, Sideshow Bob finally kills Bart because it's like a Treehouse of Horror, and I was like, okay, like let's watch, and it was. I mean, they're all garbage now.
Okay, well let's be
argue
clear
with
right
that one,
here.
but-
Let's be clear here that I assume that everyone at this table really only watched seasons 1 to like 14, 15, and some of the
15 is high.
and some of the newer ones maybe, right?
I did drop off at 15. I'm picking up again just because I have cable.
Yeah, they're on like season 30 right now.
It hurts.
28.
It hurts me to say this, but like 2 years ago, I tried to just like come in on a Sunday night, watch one, and I couldn't even get through. I had to turn the channel. It was so bad,
Yeah.
and that's devastating.
15's a good stopping point, though. There's a lot of really gold episodes in 12 and 13, like, too. They were still really funny, I still think.
I think so too. And even like there is a couple. There's a couple good ones
couple.
throughout the.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
was
they're
like-
sprinkled in there.
Yeah, they're sprinkled in.
But I don't
like
wanna...
the Lego episode is pretty good.
I
the
did actually
crossover
like
episodes
the
were pretty
Lego
good.
one. Yeah.
There's
Futurama Simpsons one was
yeah.
pretty
The
good.
thing with it is now is it's like there's like 2 or 3 really good episodes in a season.
Yeah.
But like the rest are like not great.
Well, they have been going for a very long time. How do you keep coming
Yeah,
up with new ideas?
and like now also that they have the problem like they have writers that grew up watching The Simpsons.
Which maybe will like bring them back full circle because they watched the glory days and maybe
Right?
they could
Come on.
emulate that a little.
Come on.
Like,
Well, the thing was
come
like the writers back then they were creating the comedy of it.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Make it
All right.
make the show better, guys. Glenn, what do you have as your first nomination?
I'm going to go ahead with Skinner for this one.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God, he was on
Lord.
mine.
Thank
too.
you. Thank you.
The whole episode with Quimby's son, I believe, son or nephew, who is accused of assaulting that guy.
Yes,
and then
yes.
Principal Skinner's chasing him. My favorite line
Chowder.
from that is the trying to double your fun, Bart. I'll double your detention. So that's the quote I'll pick to go along with that one.
I like when Skinner's just like, when he's chasing Bart, but he goes under the water and
Oh,
comes out.
It's like Terminator stuff.
Yeah, it's so good.
I love from that episode too. He's like, Bart, I know you can read my mind.
Yeah.
I know you can read my mind, boy.
The Neonics.
Oh, meow, meow.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say my quote from Skinner that I like feel like I quote regularly is just like, no, it's the children who
Yeah,
are
yeah,
wrong.
Yeah.
I just also love from him whenever he like just goes into his Vietnam days.
That's a,
Yeah.
yeah, I love
and
that
it's
so
always
much.
like kind of like sometimes it's very mundane stuff.
Yeah.
About how he was in a POW camp and they had a rice that he got really into, and then afterwards he couldn't find that rice.
Yeah.
I like it when he
Couldn't
like.
find it anywhere.
There's one where he like stares out the window
Yeah.
and looking at his mom.
There she is
And
now, watching me.
Stop
Hello,
looking.
mother.
Has a whole conversation with his mom, but she's not there. It's so funny. And like, come on, steamed hams.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's like, yeah.
22 short stories. That's a hefty episode.
He's like a vehicle for like the lame mama's boy too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So it's like he's like principal, war vet, mama's boy, like
he's
huge square.
He's the biggest square out.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Anyone want to? Sorry. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does where do you all sit on that episode in season 9, where they show that the principal and the pauper, right?
That's what I was
Yeah.
just. I was just going to
Or
bring
is
that
it
up.
fake?
I was actually just
Some
going to
people
bring
like
that
deny
up.
that
Armin
it's
Targaryen,
canon.
You mean
or whatever
Armin
it's called.
Yeah, Armin.
Targaryen.
I don't like it. Like the episode is fine, but I don't like that he's not actually Seymour Skinner, and he just takes someone else's name.
It's just no.
If you think about it, it's really creepy. He just like takes someone's mom, like someone else's mom,
Yeah.
and she just accepts him instead of her own son.
You know what's funny about that? I'm just now thinking about this. I think the writers of Mad Men stole that idea.
Not really who he says he
Yeah,
is.
'cause-
I haven't watched that personally, but
Oh, have any of you guys watched
Nope.
that? Okay, then we'll
This
just.
is a Simpsons podcast,
I'm sorry.
Matt. Come,
I was just
on,
saying
keep it topical.
They clearly ripped off The Simpsons.
All right.
just quickly on that though,
Yep.
it's interesting that is episode is so disliked because a common theory is that the reason people dislike that episode is because it subverts all the regular tropes of like sitcoms.
Right.
That like this character isn't who he said he is, and they tried to like take the story in a different direction, and people just hated it.
Right. New round, guys. Round two. Round two.
Ding, ding, ding,
Ding, ding, ding, ding, ding. Wow. I can't believe Skinner and Burns were taken. They were on my top 5 list.
Got
But
'em.
I'm going to go throw in a curveball for my nomination for number 2. It is, ready, Lionel Hutz.
He's on my list too.
bad.
Yes!
The
Phil
only
Hartman.
Phil Hartman.
Ah!
That's the only downside to this is since Phil Hartman's untimely death,
Around
we
season
weren't
9.
we weren't able to get more Hutts, but
But nobody watches past season 9 anyways.
Got him.
season 12, season
Okay,
13.
well, whatever.
Anyways,
We
yeah,
got so much gold.
he's so I don't know, like he's just such a bad lawyer. He's so bad at his job, but it's so great every time he's like. I like when he's trying to like sell like half a slushie, or he has like a briefcase full of shredded newspaper,
Yeah, yeah.
or no money down.
Oh yeah.
Like, I like that.
Do you remember the Treehouse of Horror where Homer had Lionel as his lawyer against the devil?
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like,
he's
Mr.
making-
Hutz, we won the case. Good, because the pizza was empty.
I also like I'm not wearing a tie at all.
Yeah.
That's so good. Lionel Hutz.
I moved for a bad court thingy.
You mean a mistrial? Or I forget what it
Yeah.
is.
That's a mistrial.
That's why you're the judge and I'm the law talking guy.
Lawyer. And his his string of surprise witnesses
God.
and stuff. He's great. Good stuff. And he has like that side business as a shoe repair guy as well.
Also, eventually he just becomes a realtor.
A realtor, yeah.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at that though.
Yeah.
He's not so bad at that.
There's the truth, and then there's the truth.
I wonder how well that plays on the podcast, on the audio version. Sam.
Okay,
Nomination
well, I'm
2.
so glad that you guys have like picked some of mine so that because I had a list of like 5 main ones, but you've got
Yeah,
some.
we
so
got it.
Now I feel a little better. So mine, I guess, we've gone through my top 3. I would say Krusty the Clown
Nice.
is
Oh,
my
yeah.
next one.
Sam, what's the Krusty impression that you've been dying to say on?
Hey! That was horrible. It's so bad. Oh my god. So I don't know. He's just like such a good vehicle for entertainer jokes, burnout jokes, like his seal of approval on everything that sucks, like
It's so-
the Olympics episode where he's like giving away all his free food. He's like an alcoholic. He's always riddled with addiction. Like he's just a fun character to have around. He's a huge sellout too. So like I mean, there's so many good Krusty episodes. When
Yeah.
he gets canceled, like. His whole Send in the
Bring in
Clown
clowns,
songs
yeah.
makes me laugh every time.
I like Homie the Clown as one of like our.
Oh my god, the Clown
I'm
College.
seeing double. 2 Krusties.
No, 4
That's not his
Krusties,
quote.
it's
but
4
4
Krusties, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, I butchered that one. I'm 1 for 2 on the quotes right now, boys.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's really the most I have for
Yeah.
him. But I think he's very recurring and he's like Bart's idol and like this and that. So
I want to bring in like back to the Sideshow Bob, the first episode.
true, yeah.
No, because like the first episode that we have him as the villain, you've learned more about Krusty as well, like his pacemaker.
yeah.
Yeah. His third
He's
nipple.
illiterate. He's illiterate. Also, like the way that they intro the fact that they're watching Krusty the Clown. It's like, who do you love? Krusty the Clown. How much do you love me? With all our hearts. What would you do if I ever went off the air? Kill ourselves.
And let's not forget Camp Krusty.
Camp Krusty.
Hail
Yeah.
to the Camp Krusty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great
That's an
stuff.
episode
He's
in
just the worst.
my favorite season.
He's the worst.
He's like
he's so bad at his job.
He hates his job.
Well, most people in Springfield aren't great in
Yeah,
their job.
exactly.
Actually, just as a side thing, I just love how Springfield as a whole always ends up in being a mob or
Yes.
something. Like that's just great. Anyways, Matt.
Sorry, last thing.
Yeah.
I'll sorry keep doing that. But the funniest thing I think about him too is that like he just hates Sideshow Mel. Like it's almost like he just
yeah.
liked Sideshow Bob because he was actually like an asshole like
Oh,
him.
yeah.
And Sideshow Mel, he's just like, I hate this guy.
I love from one of the episodes with Sideshow Bob, he's like, you know, that other guy could never replace you.
Yeah.
And like you just see Sideshow Mel watching TV. He's like, I try my best.
Oh God. Yeah. Matt.
Okay, you may remember my suggestion from David versus Super Goliath, Christmas Ape, or Christmas Ape Goes to Summer Camp. That's right, Troy McClure.
Great.
I was wondering if Troy was also going to make the list after Lionel. That's hefty. Both of his characters.
Yeah.
on
Because
the
he's
top.
so good.
Yeah,
like
for
his
sure.
voice is just.
Doesn't change up the voice either ever. It's just like the way he says it.
I love.
I could watch him forever.
My favorite thing was the killing floor or whatever it was. The
Yeah.
No, don't worry, Timmy. It's not a floor. I forget.
It's more of a steel sluice that lets through meat.
Yeah, Troy's great. Yeah, he only gets like one real episode to himself, right?
Yeah, I think it's A Fish Called Selma.
Yep.
Yeah.
You learn a lot about him in that one, though.
Yeah. But Dr. Sayus.
I was gonna say, I was like, if nobody sings the Dr. Sayers song, I would see
Dr.
that
Sayers, Dr.
musical. It was
Dr.
Earth
Sayus, Dr. Sayus.
all along.
Yeah,
My favorite line from that though is, "Can I play the piano anymore?" Of course you can. Well, I couldn't before.
Yeah, Troy's great.
He was actually such a popular character back then that they were going to spin him off in his own series.
Oh.
And it was going to be a live action Phil Hartman playing him.
Jesus.
What?
But Phil died.
Oh,
I
Oh,
feel like
it
making
just-
fun at it.
oh God. Glenn, what do you have?
I'm going to go with Mo next.
Oh God damn it.
Ooh, good one.
Nice. Well, that's good. I'm happy.
Intro quote is when he's Homer's manager for the boxing. He's carrying him out of the ring. Homer asks if he's his angel. He's like, yeah, I'm your guardian angel, Homer. And then they have a little montage of him going and saving people.
With the fan on his back. Yeah, it's great. Mo. I'm trying to think of other Mo moments. He has
the knives.
His feels pretty great.
Or like all his shady deals that he has in the back.
He's the like biggest sleazebag loser too. Like all the jokes of just like him, like his life. Like he's lame.
The prank calls. That whole thing is like 3 minutes long. Like all the
when he
prank
gets all
calls
fired
back
up
to
and
back.
angry, like slit your throat.
Yeah.
He was one of the original Little Rascals.
Oh
yeah, and then he beats up the kid.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Thank God Alfalfa was was an orphan that was owned by the studios.
And he has like all those sleazy things happening in the back of the bar. There's one with the whales. There's one with the pandas. Like he's just like running all sorts of operations.
Homer, I think you're taking advantage of our free peanuts. Like with the Stampy. Yeah.
I love also like one of the reasons that like they get him out. I think it was the pandas. It was the episode where Sideshow Bob. I'm just gonna keep on bringing back to Sideshow Bob. They were trying to like to figure out who was the obviously person sending Bart the death threats.
Right.
And so they just call like
that's
Mo
what
up,
it was,
and it's like Lisa going, "We know what you're up to. Just knock it off, or we'll call the authorities."
Yeah, I like also when Mo opens up his own like family restaurant. Yeah, and he sings a song with his big smile and
Uncle
stuff.
Mo, here I am. Blow out the candles.
Mo, my
Kid, take
drink
the-
is too cold. It's making my teeth hurt.
Oh, your teeth, your teeth.
Oh,
I would
Mo.
expect this kind of language at Denny's, but not at a family restaurant like this.
That's good. That's
All right, we're into round 3, guys. The final round.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wow, all top 5 of my picks were taken,
Nice.
which is great. That's awesome.
One
But
left. If you take it, I'll...
okay, well, I'm gonna go for it.
No.
I'm choosing Milhouse.
Okay, what's
Oh
mine?
shit, that was one of my top 3.
I'm picking Thrill Ho right here, guys.
I mean, good
That-
pick, good pick.
I mean, everything's coming up. Milhouse is just. I feel like I say that a
Iconic
lot. I feel like I say that a
and
lot. It's pretty good. Or the Lemon of Troy episode is one of my
Such a good
favorite
Milhouse
Milhouse
one.
episode. It's not really about Milhouse, but he has a lot of good like lines with his
Is
like
this what
camo.
it feels like when the doves cry?
Yeah. I like when he's like, "Am I over here, guys, or am I over here?" Like when there's like
Camouflage.
camouflage. Or one of my very favorite Milhouse moments is it's really small. He's getting held up or something, and he's getting told to jump. And he's like, "I didn't do it, man. I don't care."
Oh, yeah,
And then
right,
Milhouse
yeah.
just
That was
to
the
jump up
episode
the
where they
waterfall.
got where it was like that Bart had Milhouse go on. He was like, I had our friend Milhouse on America's Most Wanted.
Oh yes, that's it. Anyways, Milhouse.
What are big sisters for?
When she knows you'll do anything for her, she's bound to love you.
Guess who likes you?
Milhouse
Oh
is
yeah,
like,
the eyebrows he gives to Nelson afterwards.
oh yeah, he gets beaten up.
I'm sorry, he can't hear you. He patted too much gauze in his ears.
He's probably my favorite kid on the show.
Yeah.
Besides Bart, anyways.
Yeah.
Sam, who do you have?
All right, so this wraps up my like top 5 list. I have Heidi Ho, Neighborino,
Solid.
Ned Flanders,
All right, impressions are on point.
or
tonight.
Stupid Sexy Flanders,
Yes.
as commonly known.
That butt.
Like I'm wearing nothing at all, nothing at all.
When does Ned have time to go to the gym? He's always at church.
Well, Ned is like the perfect human, and I have it written down here that he's like really the only good character in Springfield, like truly good.
But
Everyone,
that's all fake.
But like it's not though. Like
But he does the rules that contradict the other rules too.
like I don't know. I would say he is like a truly good, and I just love all his like stupid calls to like Lovejoy, like that are just like meaningless.
yes.
Like the things that keep him up at night. Like he's so pure, and like I feel like he is also like the vehicle for all like a lot of religious jokes aside from Lovejoy. But like, yeah, I don't know. He's good, and like the neighbor, and like his like beef with Homer. Well, like Homer's
Yeah.
beef with him. More.
And he's great, like-
stupid Flanders.
Homer pestering Ned for things is like one of my
Yeah.
favorite like running gags, or just like Homer fucking with Ned, like when he puts the caution tape in front of his house. You thought your family was dead, but they're not. But you thought they were.
And like he's also the devil in their universe, like
Oh,
in
yeah.
the Trios
Right.
of
Person you
Warriors
least
stuff.
expect.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I think Ned is he's just kind of fun to have around,
Yeah.
and like his whole family, really, the Flanders is
Right.
Yeah.
That reminds me of like the episode where like they flash back to Lisa's first word, and like you just see like their first meeting of the Flanders,
Right.
and like Rod's like,
He's
we're gonna be
carrying
best
him,
friends,
yeah.
and like he hugs Bart, and Bart just like shoves him off immediately.
We welcome you to the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I thought you had satellite TV. Over, I forget, 200 channels locked out or what. I really like his comb thing that he does with the fake hover bikes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Good stuff.
I just like that he's like also like kind of sexy. Like there's stupid sexy Flanders, but then there's like also in like Streetcar Named Marge, like he's like jacked.
Yeah.
Like Ned is like some kind of weird, like sexy, weird religious neighbor. I don't know. He's fun.
And he's over 60 too, right? 60,
oh yeah, he's, like old.
He's old.
See?
Stupid sexy
Yeah,
Flanders.
Stupid sexy Flanders.
I would honestly then his wife is clearly 30 years younger than him. Then probably he
Well, she's
Oh,
dead.
Ned can get it though.
Oh, yeah,
Ned can
Ned
get
can
it
get
if he
it.
wants.
got Edna Krabappel.
It's true, he did.
Who didn't get Edna?
That's also true.
They got married. He got a commitment. For
Well,
Ned
he's also
Krabappel.
married with like his Vegas wife as well.
Okay, I'm
so-
just saying.
Ned can get some is what I'm saying. Matt, what is your last nomination?
Okay, so most of my people on my list were taken, or I did them already. So I'm gonna go with Waylon Smithers.
Oh, nice.
Can't have a good Mr. Burns without a good Waylon Smithers.
I also like the Homer the Smithers episode, but I think that's more of me
A
liking Homer episode. I just
Yeah,
love
yeah,
Homer.
yeah.
Homer's great, yeah.
Yeah, give me some Smithers moments that you really were into.
Well, yeah, they're all like Mr. Burns like oriented as well, like where Mr. Burns goes like, you ever have that dream where you're in
Yeah.
bed and they're flying into your window and you just see like, and you just see like Mr. Burns flying in, or when they flash back to Smithers having a wife and she's like,
Oh yeah,
Super hot.
yeah, super hot wife. She's
Yeah.
like, you're gonna go see him, aren't you? She's like, lay off me, woman.
I like. Remember how Smithers was black?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
What?
first two
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, and that's when Lenny had Carl's voice and Carl had Lenny's voice.
There was also a very white Lou, Lou the cop.
I feel like one of my favorite Smithers too. I feel like it's from You Only Move Twice or whatever. He's like walking down the street and they pull up in the van.
Oh,
They're like
yeah.
trying to offer him a job. He's like, no. He's like, can a man walk down the street without being offered a job?
And then
Good.
that sets up the best thing where they're like, all right, well, who has the next most seniority at the plant?
Yeah.
Adam's Homer.
Yeah, Smithers is pretty good, pretty good. And I like when Burns is like they're riding that like tandem bike together, and Smithers has that bee on his face. It's like, I'm deathly allergic to this, and yeah.
Caused me to die.
And then the people from the hospital bring Burns in and save Smithers. That's good stuff. Glenn, the final nomination. Make it count.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I feel like we've kind of gotten a solid top 10 down so far. So, I mean, just one that is on the top of my head, I guess I'm going to say Dr. Hibbert. That's going to be my nomination for the last one because I feel like...
You mean Bleeding Gums Murphy, like unofficial brother?
He's got, like,
yeah.
two other brothers out there, like him, Bleeding Gums Murphy, and some other guy that's like he looked exactly like him. He's like, I have a brother out there somewhere that I'd like to meet someday. And it looks exactly like Hibbert and sounds exactly like Hibbert.
Yeah.
That's my Hibbert.
That was pretty good.
Okay. I'm
No,
done.
no, you lost.
A
should've
classic
just
like
stopped at the first
Simpsons like payoff joke is when Lisa's watching after Bart and Bart's being like a little hooligan when she's trying to
yeah.
babysit him, and she has like the hallucination that he's gonna say caused by bad babysitting, and then he goes and you think he's just gonna give an actual diagnosis, then he just ends it with caused by bad babysitting.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite payoff jokes. It's on the show.
Yeah, my favorite Hibbert moment is when it's another Halloween episode with Bart's like Hugo brother, and he has like you just haven't seen your reflection in a long time, and he has like that like picture frame and just punches Hugo in the face.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Sam, do you have any Hibbert moments you really into?
Hibbert.
That's an interesting pick. I like that you picked him.
He is interesting. I don't know. I don't really. Well, when he's like doing like some tests on Homer and his blubber's flying.
Yeah.
And he's like, look at this blubber flying. He's just like, nurse, cancel my food.
That's good.
It's good.
I also love when they do flashbacks. Hibbert looks.
Yeah,
he's the only character
He
that
looks like Mr.
different.
T,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, like there's one where he looks like Mr. T. One where he's got dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, guys, that is our 12. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
Top five.
Yeah, well, yeah, probably.
The return.
Return. No, shit.
We return.
We return.
Thompson.
Yeah, the Thompsons. There you go. Okay, guys, we are back. We have our top 12 nominations for top 5 secondary Simpsons character. So first of all, I'll read them off. We have number 1, Chief Wiggum. Number 2, Monty Burns. Number 3, Sideshow Bob. Number 4, Seymour Skinner. Number 5, Lionel Hutz. Number 6, Krusty the Clown. Number 7, Moe. Number 8, Ned. Number 9, Milhouse. Number 10, Smithers. Number 11, Hibbert. And number 12, Troy McClure. Guys, tough list. But we can only
But
have
is
5.
it?
Nah.
This will be a cakewalk.
This will be, as I say always, this will be a cakewalk, and I think it's true. It's true.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Do you guys feel like there's any particular characters that have to be on this list?
Burns. Hands down Burns.
I agree with Burns.
I agree with Burns as well.
All right. See, cakewalk.
For now.
Okay.
Cakewalk.
I want to throw Bob in too.
He's not in my top 5.
He's not in my top 5.
I personally think he would be top 5. That's my personal opinion.
I'll start, so we'll
Okay,
fight.
yeah,
We'll fight about it. Yeah.
It'll be like 7 dwindled down.
Yeah, it's probably like number 10.
I do love Bob.
Yeah, Bob's
I mean,
great. Bob's
he's
great. But I mean, I gotta have my boy Chief in there.
Oh,
no.
he's not on mine either.
Oh
Sorry,
my
Tuong.
goodness! No, come on, Wiggum.
He was going to be my honorable mention.
Yeah, same.
Really,
Wasn't on my
Wiggum?
5.
Wiggum.
No.
Skinner? No?
Skinner.
I think Skinner top 5.
Honorable
I
mention
mean,
as
we're-
well.
Oh my
Interesting.
god!
God.
We're throwing out the fisticuffs
Hang on,
already
no,
here, guys.
I want to before we throw the fisticuffs. Let's just start the ones that. Oh god, no Wiggum. Okay, hang
No.
on.
There's still,
Wiggum's-
go through the
no.
I'll
list.
go down the list and I'll say.
You can eliminate.
Okay, all right. Oh my god, this is what's gonna make this episode long.
Yeah.
Lionel Hutz.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would go eat Lionel Hutz.
I would talk about Lionel Hutz, even though I'm the one who nominated it. So like, I would go
He
to
was
that.
on my top 5.
He was actually on my top 5. too.
Krusty.
I
would,
think so.
I would
I
throw
would say
Krusty
top
in top 5.
I'm gonna start just so we can talk about it.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk
Mo.
about it.
I wouldn't put him in
I wouldn't
my
put
top
Mo up
5.
here. No
No.
Apu either. If you think about it, no
We didn't
Apu's-
have. I was gonna throw him in honorable mentions,
Yeah.
I
but
feel like Hank Azaria will just not be on this list.
oh no.
Also, no women on this list, but there's not a lot of good Simpsons women.
That
I
aren't
guess.
like, who are we gonna
family.
pick? Helen Lovejoy?
Yeah, I
like,
know.
Maude? Oh no! You know who I almost said, and she's definitely honorable mention. And now that we have no women on this list, I kind of wish I had thrown her out there.
Laurleen doesn't count.
No, I wasn't gonna say Lurleen. I was gonna say Miss Krabappel. I fucking love
Oh,
Mrs.
yeah, Edna's
K.
great.
She's like the town skank. Like, she's so good.
She's pretty okay.
Oh my
only
God,
have
her-
one
no.
chance with Edna Krabappel.
And you know one for her that I reference all the time? Soup for 1, salad for 1, wine for 3. Story of my life. Oh, shots fired at myself.
Ned? I don't think Ned belongs here.
No.
Okay.
Do you?
I mean, I do, but like, whatever. He was in my top 5.
Okay. Well, okay.
Well,
alright.
he was like the last of it, though.
Okay,
So I'm
okay.
not totally.
Are we going Thrill Ho on here? Is Thrill?
I think so.
I see his appeal.
He wasn't on my top 5.
He
so
wasn't
I'm
on
not
my
gonna-
top 5 either, but you already shat on my 2 other ones.
Hey.
Okay, I just want Wiggum on this list.
Yeah, well, Wiggum's
That's
not
not
getting
gonna
on the
happen.
list.
We'll
so,
see.
yeah.
We'll
No,
see.
no. I think it's 3 against 1.
We'll see. We'll see, guys. We'll see. I don't know if I'll be able to put up a good argument. It's gonna
You
be.
won't. You
it's gonna be the
won't. It's
worst.
not on this.
Every single
Milhouse over Wiggum.
every single
Oh.
podcast episode, I'm like, I wish I said that. But anyways, Smithers, I don't think belongs.
No, he wasn't in my top 5. I just threw him
No,
out.
he's cut.
Yeah, I don't even know how he got on this master list.
Hey.
He's good.
Hibbert, I don't think so.
I think he's cut as well. Though I'm gonna shout out my friend on my Simpsons trivia team does love him and wanted him in his like top 2 or 3. So.
What is?
I wish I could voice his opinion because he's really good at these things.
Yeah,
but like,
he should be on the episode.
He should be on the episode, really. And
Hey, buddy.
he could quote things like nobody's business.
Brandon, if you're listening, what's his name?
Fish.
Fish?
Fish, if you're
Oh,
listening.
Alex. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you
great.
know him.
I know
Oh,
Alex.
Yeah,
I know
he's
Alex.
amazing, and he's like got a great radio voice too. He would have belonged here.
Oh, I thought I would never guess Fish as a first name.
Well,
so-
no, sorry, it's his last name.
Yeah,
Is his
it's
name
Alex-
Brandon?
Alex.
No,
Okay,
Alex
I
Fish.
just going with the most
But
typical white
his
guy there.
Hibbert moment was something along the lines of all the barflies are sitting around and they're going around looking at them all being or I don't even know what it is. I wish I could
Is it
be
when they,
Fish
was
right
it
now.
like the very first episode? Was
No,
it
they're
Moe's-
going around like explaining everyone, and I guess they get to Hibbert and Homer says something about him. He's like, I'd see myself as more of his contemporary or something, comparing himself to Homer. I don't know.
Sorry, Fish.
Sorry,
Sam
Fish. I'm like
butchered it.
totally killing your thing.
I'm not going to vote for him, but I do like the episode where the Red Hot Chili Peppers are in the bar wearing underwear, and Moe's like on their asses about like, hey, there's a dress code, and like it's Wiggum and Hibbert in underwear as well.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta relax, man.
Sounds like Wiggum's a pretty great character. Troy McClure. I'd rather Hutz.
All
than
right,
Troy.
yeah. If we're going Phil Hartman, I'm
on-
I
definitely
did. I
Hutz.
did put Hutz was above
Yeah.
Hartman, above.
So we'll cut him.
We'll cut
Yeah, we'll
Hutz.
cut.
We'll cut McClure. Okay.
That's
All
the
right.
hard part about the list because he's like didn't appear in like enough episode, I would think, to put him in the top 5. But it's the same with like cutting Flanders. Basically, it's like how you feel about them versus like how
feel
important they are to the
Hutz-
series.
Or Hutz, not Hutz. McClure did show up a lot in the show,
Yeah.
but it was like only like little bits, like just like movies he was in.
He doesn't. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so what we have right now is well, I'm going to start Wiggum because I'm going to fight for him.
No, we cut Wiggum.
He's at Wiggum's corner.
Not yet. Not yet.
No,
Wiggum.
This is Buzz Lightyear all over again.
Okay, come on. Sideshow Bob over Wiggum?
Yeah.
I didn't
I
say
think
sideshow.
so.
I thought we cut Bob.
No, there was 2 against 2 on that one. Whereas there's
Here, let me
3
just read
against
you what
1
we
on
have
Wiggum.
left. Let me read you what we
Tuong,
have.
you're the only one fighting for
Give
Wiggum.
me a second here.
Okay.
We got Wiggum, Burns, Sideshow
have
Bob,
Wiggum.
Skinner, Hutz.
Skinner. I
And
can't believe
Krusty.
we're hovering on Skinner.
So we actually have a perfect 5 because Wiggum is not on the list.
Got him.
Oh,
All right, okay. We
Okay.
need to give Tung some.
Okay,
some
well,
like
okay.
what is the?
Wait, so we
let's
cut
hash
Ned?
this out here.
Yeah,
Did we cut
Ned.
Mo?
Yeah,
we cut Mo.
Okay.
We all agreed upon Mo,
And
I
we
thought.
But I think I would take Mo over Sideshow Bob. I would take
over Sideshow Bob, yes.
I would take a lot of these characters over Sideshow Bob. I like Sideshow Bob a lot, but
Here's the
he
thing, though.
doesn't,
Sideshow Bob, every time he's in, is a complete joke.
I think
And
that's
he's the focal point
reason
He's a
I'm-
joke
I'm on that.
vehicle,
Yeah.
but like,
And he's every time he's in, he's also the focal point of the episode too.
true. I'm not disputing that. That's great. That's a good point. For
wait,
me,
did we cut Krusty?
No, Krusty's here.
Okay.
Krusty's here.
Okay. Did we
Also-
cut? We cut Ned.
We cut Ned unless you want Ned.
I'm not gonna fight for Ned. He would have been in my top 5.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. He was at the bottom line because like I said, I made a list that was like 1 million people, and then so I had my 4 strong ones, and my 5th was just like it could have been any number of things, really.
Right.
So I was like, oh, okay, I guess Ned. You know, but like I had Skinner in my hard top 3, man.
Yeah, Skinner's on my top 3
Like
too. So I'll
he
take.
is top 3 for me.
I will take Skinner too. I need my Wiggum up there.
You're not
know
gonna
what?
get your Wiggum.
Why Sideshow? Okay, so you already said why Sideshow Bob. I think like for me, Wiggum, every time he's on screen, every time he says a thing, it's just funny, and he always makes light of the situation, no matter what it is. And he's just I don't know. For me, every time he's on screen, he's like a force for laughter and stuff like that. So he's just so dumb but lovable too, kind of like Homer, but like more dumb.
Like I said, the dumbest.
He's the dumbest. Like I love when he's like looking at the map for the cat burglar. I think it's cat burglar,
Yeah.
and he like rearranges the tacks to make an arrow. He's like, "Oh my god, that's over
Going
here."
to the police station.
You know what? Okay. Now
Or
that
like,
you say
"Hey
this,
chief, can I hold my gun like this?" Whatever you want, birthday boy. Or what about like bake 'em away toys? Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
Sideshow-
like, come on.
Okay,
Sideshow
you're
Bob
selling
episode.
me right now. I would.
Wiggum has so many memorable quotes. How is he not on this
I
list?
say Wiggum over Bob
yes,
for me.
Me too.
Anyways.
Wiggum over Bob. I think so too.
This is the division here.
This always
This is the
happens.
You say Bob over Wiggum?
I do.
Oh my god.
But
Yeah.
Wiggum.
Ooh, because I do love Bob. Like, it's so hard. There's so many characters on, like, yeah, we didn't say a Pooh. We didn't say, like, there's so many that we...
Okay, before maybe we can get them both on the list.
No,
How?
we can't.
But that means we have to get rid of.
I'm already... from what I've starred here, from what we're talking about, I feel like I already have 5 here, and Bob and Wiggum both have to go.
For me,
I don't think there's.
there's
only
six. There's six.
There's
Yeah.
6. So it's Bob or Wiggum.
It's Bob, Wiggum, or for me,
Whoa,
out of all of
whoa,
these
whoa,
ones.
whoa.
Okay. Oh, what?
I feel like I have the wrong one started here then.
What do you got?
Well, I've got Burns,
Yeah.
Hutz,
Yeah.
Krusty, Skinner, Milhouse.
No, Milhouse. Oh, Milhouse
Shit,
is still.
Milhouse is yeah.
Or did we cut Milhouse?
No, Milhouse was in play.
Oh, Milhouse is
So
still
if
in play.
Milhouse is in play, then that's 5 that I just listed, which means Bob and Wiggum.
Do we want Milhouse on this list?
You pitched him.
I did,
You
but
did
he was
pitch him. I don't-
bottom
I
five for me.
would cut Milhouse before.
I would cut Bob before Milhouse. That's how
Oh,
I feel.
I would cut
Wow.
Bob before Milhouse.
Yeah, that's how I
like
feel about
Milhouse.
Bob. I mean, I like
I will
Bob.
say Bob was my first. Wow. So I would cut.
What?
I would cut Milhouse before Bob.
When we were talking about this, I thought the general consensus was going to be like hard lock, Mr. Burns first, like hard
Well,
lock,
that's
hard
what he
lock.
is.
We'll see. Okay, let's not get ahead of
yeah.
that.
Hold on, no, I was going to say I'm saying like hard lock, Bob second. I was sure that was going to be the
What?
general consensus.
No.
No, not at
Yeah.
all for me.
I mean, Bob's great, but he's just he's
I don't
his
think there's
episodes
anything
are
beyond-
strong. His episodes are strong, but he's not there all the time, and like there's just so many other people.
You know who's always there to just? It's Wiggum. Wiggum's always
My
there.
God.
Yeah, it's to almost a tiring degree, though, right?
No, I'm
No,
never tired of him.
I wouldn't say a tiring degree.
Yeah, I'm never tired of him. I love him chasing down people. I love when he gets in like random fights with people as well. Like when he hits Snake with the car.
Hey, I
He's
know
like,
you. Wait, we got to trade
We gotta
insurance
do
info.
Insurance info,
I
yeah.
feel like it's kind of like, what jokes do you value, right? Do you like just dumb? Because he's just dumb jokes. They're not, I'm not going to say they're not like cleverly written or whatever, but they're not the smart jokes. They're not the like, you know.
No, he's like physical humor. He's like,
well, yeah, that's what I mean. Slapstick comedy,
yeah, when
dumb
he's like
comedy, like whatever.
trying to bang open those nuts with his gun.
And pudding cans. Oh, my pudding can.
Let that be a lesson to the rest of you nuts.
Okay. I will let go of Bob, but not for Wiggum.
For
Milhouse?
Milhouse?
Yes.
I would take
will,
that trade.
Accept your first half. of what you
Well, you're
said.
not going to get the first
Oh,
half
this is
without
hard.
the second.
See, again, cakewalk? No.
What a
because-
cakewalk. Okay, well, hey,
I will also say, in my mind-
we
All
haven't
right.
really talked about Krusty.
Ooh,
We haven't really talked about why Krusty belongs here.
No, he
Why
belongs.
he? Because he's
100%
so
belongs.
funny.
I like Krusty too, but
He's like that cynical, like he's such a vehicle for like they use him for like making fun of talk show hosts. Like for a while they're like he's just like they're like he's the entertainment guy, he's the TV guy. Like they use him for any joke they want to crack at like celebrities, at this and that, and like so I just feel like the like contrast too between his like hey like personality, like crazy happy guy for kids, and then he's like this miserable guy. Like it's so
I like
good.
Krusty too. I don't want to like shit talk Krusty.
I know, it's
but
hard,
I don't have any like on this list. I don't have the same like excitement I do for like I don't have that for Bob. That's all I'm saying. But if you guys really feel strongly about Bob,
I do.
then
I
we
do
can
as
cut Milhouse.
Well, okay. All in agreement of cutting Milhouse then. I think we can cut Milhouse.
Okay. we
Okay,
still
we're
have to cut
cutting
someone else
Milhouse.
then, 'cause
So,
he's just cutting Milhouse, and there's still Wiggum and Bob for the 5th.
yeah, man.
So we got to cut Wiggum
we're-
then, too.
Wiggum's my number one, for sure. But
You're
it's
number one.
Okay.
he's my
so-
number one. Yeah.
In the list, who's not somebody's number one?
Fair enough, but I don't know.
Among the list that we have so far, even though I think like we haven't talked about it yet, I think personally I would cut Hutz out of this list.
No.
I think like he's definitely incredibly funny. I just feel like compared to the other names on this list, he's just slightly below. I'm definitely open to have my mind changed about that though.
Yeah,
I could
I'm on the
definitely-
fence with it because like I like. It'd be weird not to have like a Phil Hartman character on here.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the
Exactly.
same time, he
so
was.
good.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I know.
And Hutz is fucking hilarious.
No, yeah.
Marge even makes jokes like, "Why do we keep using this lawyer? Like he's like the worst."
No.
I agree. Though I hadn't thought about that too. Like we definitely with this list, like it would be a crime not to have him on there.
But could he defend
No, Wiggum.
himself in this crime?
He's like
He could not.
he's like the sleaze of Springfield. I don't know.
No, I like.
I would say
Hutz.
Troy's probably the slaves of Springfield.
And Dr. Nick, I feel like Dr. Nick and Hutz are like BFFs
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
world. They're like,
He's the doctor.
ambulance
who refers.
chaser, doctor. Yeah, well, and Bart gets hit
I
by
like
a
the
car.
one time
That's like
Dr.
the
Nick
first.
does a good job.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah. Hey.
Hi, everybody.
But he's like really serious.
But yeah, I would say we probably should cut Hutch.
It's interesting how it's split. Just like most of the decisions between you
I
guys and
know.
us.
This is tough. I feel like Sam and I always make it difficult.
I mean, we made the
But
like,
usually
I
we're
don't know, I
fighting
think we
against
could.
each
I know,
other,
this is the
not
first-
with each other.
First time it's
Last time,
yeah, I know.
it was
We're on the
not
same
like
side.
this. Like in my perfect world, well, I
Yeah,
think
tell me your perfect world.
In my perfect world, it was Burns, Hutz, Krusty, Skinner, and like I said, Ned was like kind of interchangeable for
Right.
people. I was open-minded about that. But for me, like Burns, Skinner, Hutz, Krusty was like 4 that I had to have.
Okay, let me try this. Burns for sure.
Yes.
Skinner for sure.
I would say so.
Yeah,
I really like Skinner, man.
I'm gonna. We didn't get as much as Burns.
Yeah.
No.
Krusty for sure.
Yes.
I think so.
Okay.
Nobody's gonna get as much as Burns. Burns is
Yeah.
fucking great.
Yeah, Burns is great.
Burns is-
He'll probably win it, but
he's got it.
oh god.
I do think like we have narrowed it down to like I can't
We've-
like think about. I really can't think about cutting any of these 6. Like
It's
we obviously
really
have to, but like it's
hard.
definitely hard for all of these.
Well, I mean, for me, I'd be like Bob. I would cut
Yeah,
Bob.
for me it's for me
Wiggum.
it's like easy Bob.
But like, I don't want to say that it's easy, but I mean, if I like have to, which we do, Bob. But like, I don't know. I could be swayed, to be honest. It's like at this point where I'm like, you sold Wiggum for me there, because I at first was like kind of ho-humming about it. So if you guys can like really sell me on Bob, like
Yeah.
maybe. But like you pitched Wiggum pretty well.
Thank you. I thought it wasn't. thought I couldn't pull enough quotes from him, but
Well, the thing about Bob is he has full episodes to himself every time he's on there, and every time he's a joy to watch.
Because he's only on there so often, you couldn't have him as like a.
but
just
Wiggum is like
perchance
such
guy.
a true supporting character. Like there is no real
Yeah.
episode about him, but he does. I feel like he
I think
he
there's probably
supports
a
the
few
laughs.
episodes.
Yeah, a couple,
maybe
maybe a
late-
couple that's like
later,
with Ralph or
yeah.
whatever.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
but I would. Okay, I'm not arguing against Wiggum anymore.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying
He's
Bob.
just trying to sell Bob.
Oh, sell me Bob.
I'm selling Bob, saying even though I love Phil Hartman,
No, we're
Oh,
not
you're
cutting
tr-
Phil Hartman.
You want Hutz gone?
No.
you
We
kinda
already have
to.
one supervillain on this
Because here's
list.
the thing.
It's Mr. Burns.
As good as Lionel was,
Don't
after
say
after
it. Don't
Phil,
you say it.
after Phil passed away, The Simpsons got
No.
a new lawyer, and it was not a big deal.
It was a big deal.
Are you
Everyone,
calling Gil? Like
are you? What?
like Gil's the-
no. Who's the new lawyer?
It's
no.
Gil.
It's Gil.
Oh, Gil sucks.
Yeah, Gil's okay, but he's not. He's no
a Jack
Hutz.
Lemmon
Gil's a
impersonation.
freaking mole man. Like,
I like that.
honorable mention.
We'll get to that.
But I'm gonna just say Bob every time he's on there, he's the big point. And he's always in my mind. Like I'm not gonna. I don't want to bring this up here. But when Trump won, I kind of just pictured it was gonna be like
What?
the scene where Bob won mayor.
You're losing me.
No, where he just like started laughing maniacally.
Yeah.
I was kind of like picturing that would be what Trump was gonna do too. And like you just heard like over the TV, it's like, oh, just look at how happy he is as he's like laughing maniacally.
Yeah, I'm sold on him. The issue is like both of us think it's 1-2, and you guys don't think it should be on the list, and I don't. I could definitely see what you mean. That's the thing. That's why it's so hard. Like at this
But
stage,
he also thinks
I don't even know
that
how we're
Wiggum,
gonna order
he thinks
this.
Wiggum should be number 1.
Well, no.
Yeah,
I like. Yeah, that's. I think Wiggum is my
like,
true number
your
one.
argument
That's
here is
happening.
like, oh, well, we should cut the like. We think he should be 1 and 2, so he's obviously like
this-
higher than Wiggum. But he thinks Wiggum's
This is
number
the thing. Like
1.
Wiggum's 100% cut on this like list for me.
Oh,
Like
for me?
I believe so.
Yeah.
He was originally.
Okay, so let's just cut Wiggum.
Okay.
Wait, hang on.
No, I think
yeah.
we.
No,
Yeah,
come.
because
hang
here's the
on.
thing, Tung. Wiggum wasn't even supposed to be on the list to begin with.
And originally,
'Cause
I
the three
was
of us
on the
voted
like.
against you.
Yeah,
No, Sam, come back, come
I'm
back,
sorry,
come back
I'm
to
not
me.
coming
Wiggum's
back.
gone,
We're
Tom.
cutting
Sorry,
Wiggum.
Deal with
Give me
it.
2 more seconds.
No.
I don't
I
understand
think
what
back to when
I was
we were
just
first
trying to look.
talking about these, and I was like, wait, I was really pro cutting him. I thought he was so cut.
Yeah, but
Yeah, he was actually cut. Tung
He
just brought him
was
back.
kind of cut, and you revived him, which
Tung-
props to you. But like, it's done.
I'd rather cut Hutz or
Whoa.
Bob
Well,
or Bob.
But Wiggum is cut. That's been decided. The
3
three of us
on
made the
1.
consensus.
Is
I'm 100% cut Wiggum on this list. Like,
Okay. We're
and
cutting Wiggum.
and I think he's the weakest. I think he's definitely like he's in
He's
there
just
like
dumb
6 to
jokes.
9. I would say probably list, but I
Oh.
don't think I'd put him in the top 5.
Wah, wah. Sorry,
Clancy.
Wiggum. Clancy, I fought for you. I love you. You're the true number one in my heart. But you can't win them all on this podcast. Can't win them all. Okay, so now I'm just bitter. No, okay. So now we have Burns, Sideshow Bob, Skinner, Hutz, and Krusty. Is how I feel about this episode. Is I'm Krusty.
Good one.
No. So I think we can say for sure that Burns probably wins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'm going to go back for just 2 seconds, but not get him on the list. But that's why I didn't feel strong about Bob, is because Sideshow Burns encapsulates what Bob does, but better in my mind. He is the ultimate supervillain, and now we're having like this other kind of arch nemesis villain, but for me is not even close.
He's really
to
just Bart's enemy.
Yeah, he's
'Cause
Bart's
he
enemy,
doesn't really, the rest of the world, like, he's so like one track mind, right? It's like kill Bart, but like he's not out for
seems like
everyone
a
else.
one
He
note.
doesn't want to kill anyone else.
Oh, you mean just like a dumb character, Tuong? One note?
Well,
He's got you there.
Except for this one is sophisticated with a bunch of different layers on him, as well as just being against Bart.
And it's tough though, because like again, it all comes down to how we feel. Like obviously, in terms of importance to the series, like on an episode basis, he's not as important. But like emotionally, I think me and Matt just feel like he has to be there.
okay, he can be here. Well, he is here.
He's here now.
He's here. We've done it, guys.
He's here, but I would rather any of the other ones
Really? Eh?
in
Wow.
2 to 4
Man.
than Bob.
Wow.
But I mean, I'm pretty open. I mean,
Man,
Bob's
I'd
already
put
on.
Skinner too, but like
I want
that's
Skinner
me.
and Hutz and Krusty to be over Bob, but out of all those 4, I would take probably Skinner.
I'd say Skinner.
So this is
too.
the number 2 spot that we're doing for here.
Or we can at any point.
I would be
Yeah.
okay with putting Skinner at number 2. I think
So
that's.
we've got 3 on Skinner too. I think that's locking it in.
Matt, what do you feel?
He's outvoted.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Unless it's Tuong, it
no.
doesn't matter if you're outvoted.
Well, I mean, you can
I mean,
fight
you
like
can-
that,
you can
but
make a
like
fight.
we're not
Yeah.
going to change our minds.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely like.
No.
have to concede
Sam's
that.
easy to get on board.
yeah, apparently. Wait.
Whoa. I'm open-minded.
She's open-minded. She is open-minded.
I'll give you guys Seymour.
Skinner.
Seymour Skinner.
Seymour
Man,
Skinner.
can I just
But-
say, like,
but-
shout out to Harry Shearer.
Yeah. So number 3, number 4, number 5. What do we feel here?
I'm just happy Bob's on the list. So if you guys want, he's 5.
Personally, like among those 3, again, like when I walked in here, as I said, it's like 1, 2. Jesus.
Burns and
Burns and
Bob.
Right.
Burns and Bob. Yeah, but like I could definitely see Krusty above him on this list, especially with your guys' reaction to him.
I like Krusty
I would
at
say
3.
Krusty 3, yeah.
I like Krusty 3. I like Hutz 4. You know what? You can have Sideshow Bob at 4 if you guys like feel really strongly about him. But again, I'm not gonna fight for it. But if this whole table is like Bob, then we can have him at 4. It doesn't really matter. I'm glad Hutz is on the list. Is
Yeah.
where I'm at.
That, you know what? I'm also at that. I would prefer Hutz 4, but like,
I also prefer Hutz 4.
yeah.
I'm gonna say, well, what do you guys want?
They obviously, well, he said he'd accept Hutz at, Bob at 5,
But
though.
I will say, with the caveat, he deserves 2.
I would have put him 2 as well, but I definitely like. I understand your guys' arguments. I definitely agree that like based on some of the criteria that we're using to evaluate these, that he's not as strong of a contender. So I would be comfortable with putting him on 5.
Yes.
And I
don't
feel
know.
bad because like I do like Sideshow Bob. I
We
have to say,
all love
I like
Sideshow
because like one of my
Bob.
favorite things is when he's writing a note with his like finger and in blood.
Use a pen, dude.
Yeah. Or like his tattoos and stuff. I thought it was really funny.
The Bart. The.
I was gonna say,
Anyone
die,
who's German-
Bart, die.
Anyone who speaks German can't be evil.
Yeah. You know what? Let's put Bob at. Sam's making a face. Sam, how would you say it?
I would say Hutz 4, Bob 5.
I'm going to
still.
say right now, so far, it's Sam's perfect list.
No,
almost.
it's not.
It's
Well,
not.
for the 5 we
We
have.
don't have my Ned Flanders, which I didn't care.
My
much
nutty.
about.
Well, I'm just saying the
My
5 that we
daddy.
have, I think it's.
Yeah, I should
Yeah.
take a loss. But that being said,
Glenn?
I still want to voice that.
I'm okay with Hutz 4.
All right, we're gonna
Sideshow
do it.
5.
Sideshow Bob 5. Okay, so guys, we have our list. Number 5, Sideshow Bob. Number 4, Lionel Hutz. Number 3, the lovable Krusty the Clown. Number 2, we have Who do we have? Seymour Skinner. I'm really happy he got really high on this list. And number 1, Monty Burns. I'm really happy, Burns, Mr. Burns. Yes,
We should take a minute to talk about Mr. Burns because we can't just like put him at the top of the list and then be like, all right, we didn't even need to talk about him.
There's so many good episodes. Burns' Air is a great episode.
Last Exit, the Springfield classic.
Who Shot Mr. Burns?
Who Shot Mr. Burns? Yeah.
Bobo, Rosebud.
Which is just Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just.
One of my favorite things is with the Greyhounds, all the dogs, and he's like stealing all the dogs when the whole Simpsons family just turns their back, and then Smithers is like, honestly, sir, you used to put so much work into your plans or whatever.
And I feel like in the early seasons, like as much as like we're listing episodes that are very Burns heavy, he just has little moments, and I feel like if you're rewatching seasons like 2 to 5, they like the writers too love Burns. Like they throw him in everything. Like there'll just be little, even if he's not a character in the episode, they'll throw him in there, and you're like, "What? Oh yeah, Burns!" Because like they want him in there. Like
I want to bring up also little Last Exit to Springfield when they're singing the song, and they pretty much just rip off How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yes, Burns is the Grinch is great.
Yeah, and like great. The art style like changes to like Bob Clampett, Chuck Jones's style.
True.
Sure.
I know what you mean. I do like
point.
that part a lot, and like Burns being all like Grinchy. Like I think that's a perfect like comparison.
Yeah.
But,
I like all his trap doors as well.
I love when he gets really passionate with things. Like I said, I didn't do the quote very much justice, but like when he like starts yelling at people, like his lawyers, or like the episode, which is still early season, I can't quote anything from it because I'm the worst, but like when he's running for mayor and the fish, the blinky thing, that whole episode, there's like good stuff in there too, like
or even like him coaching the baseball team.
Yes.
Homer at the bat with his hand signals.
The sideburns.
Don't you shave those sideburns, Mattingly. You're off the team.
There's some good stuff.
It's hard
and
not to
the film festival,
smile.
obviously.
Oh my God, yes, Senior Burns. Oh my God. Were they saying boo or Boo-urns?
I was saying Boo-urns.
Exactly.
His movie also moved me to a bigger house.
Another good part that I like about Burns, it's from Burns' Air, is when Bart throws the rock into the window. He's like, a bird got petrified and came in like, we'll see what the lab says about that.
I don't think we've talked about when he opens the casino either, and he makes his spruce moose hop in. But sir, I said hop in.
Burns is
and he's the alien. I come in peace. I bring you love.
Oh, Monty.
Right?
We love
Monty.
you. All right. So we're going to go into our personal lists right now. And I'll go first. So my personal list is Chief Wiggum, obviously. We have Lionel Hutz. We have Skinner. We have Mr. Burns. We have Moe. And then on my from 6 to 10, I have, these are unordered, Krusty, Hans Moleman. I just love Hans so much. I just love how he's like 38 years old or whatever. And football in the groin is great. Milhouse, Kent Brockman, which was never mentioned.
Oh, he's good too.
Yeah, he's actually like really dark horse good. Like the things that he reports on is actually really funny. Go ahead.
I love the episode where Homer goes to space and the ants like flying through. He's like, I welcome our alien overlords.
And Grandpa Simpson, which was never mentioned.
Yeah.
He technically
Honorable
qualified,
mention for
but
sure.
anyways, Sam, what do you have?
Okay, so like my top 5 were pretty close. I had Burns, Hutz, Skinner, Ned, Krusty. My honorable mentions were Milhouse, Bob, and Mrs. K. So, like, I'm sad she wasn't on here. But like I said, I have a list here of like a million other people, and the ones that are just kind of standing out. Kirk Van Hooten's got his good moments. Barney.
It's dignity.
I have Grandpa here too. I don't know. I just have a million written down. You could go on forever for this. Dr. Nick, Apu. I am surprised Apu didn't get brought up a little more.
Yeah, me too.
Reverend Lovejoy has his moments, but he's like the really dry, like religious stuff. And I couldn't even begin to go through.
No
all
one mentioned
these.
Barney either.
No, nobody did. Yeah. I thought maybe when we were talking about Moe, Barney might come up. Lenny and Carl never came up either. I have Wiggum kind of written here. Groundskeeper Willie, anyways.
Yeah. if you want to pick on a foreigner, pick on Willie. Please, Willie, stand aside. You shouldn't want to pick on somebody else.
Matt, what do you got on your personal list?
Number 1 was Sideshow Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Second was Milhouse.
Nice. Oh,
Third-
wow. You didn't
yeah.
fight hard for Milhouse at
Well,
all.
I wanted Sideshow Bob on it so badly.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Lionel Hutz was third.
Cool.
Troy.
And you were gonna cut him.
Yeah, for Bob. For
He was
Bob.
third for you.
Bob was 1 and always will
All
be.
right.
Okay. Wow. I didn't know there was so much love for Bob out there, but okay.
He was in
He's
my
great.
honorable
He's
mention.
good.
Yeah,
He's good.
I had him ready. but-
Anyways.
I got Troy McClure on there, Waylon Smithers, Principal Skinner. I just had the Wiggum family because every time either of the men in the family are on there, it's great. Also, like whenever they let the wife, who I don't know her name is, speak, she always says something funny like, use the remote, Clancy.
I was going to ask for trivia if anyone knew her name.
She must. They all have names.
Yeah,
Mrs.
they do.
Wiggum?
I
I don't know.
yeah,
Nancy?
know.
I don't know.
I also
No,
put
he's
on.
Clancy.
No, that's like
Clancy and Nancy?
That's
Maybe.
That's
Yeah.
a thing that could happen.
I also had Martin Prince on here.
Oh, shit. Yeah, Martin.
Martin's
Because like
good.
one of my favorite things to remember for an episode that ends is like they're all in his pool.
Yeah, and
It's like there's more room in the pool, and like it just collapses.
and he's just
then like
standing
Nelson
there.
pantses him,
Yeah.
and he's just sitting there naked singing a song.
Yeah. And same episode where he has like 20 swim trunks on or whatever at the same time.
Take all the swim trunks you can.
And I like in the Lemon of Troy episode where he's with Nelson
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's just singing, "Save me" or whatever.
I love
He's so lame.
He's
I love,
so
like,
lame.
At that point, also like Nelson just comes and is like, I don't normally hang out with him.
Yeah.
Nelson didn't make the list
I
or
know.
like get talked about at all.
Well, none of the
either.
kids made the list. So.
No kids did.
There was only one, and we had to cut him.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Homer. You're cut. You're
Yeah.
cut. Millhouse also cut. Oh, you're really good. That's why it was so hard to cut you.
Glenny.
So my list would be Burns first, Bob second, Skinner third, Krusty fourth, and then I'd put Mo fifth.
Okay, yeah.
Honorable mention, I didn't have any lined up. I just want to throw out, well, one of the one-time characters we didn't touch on was Homer's mom. I won't spend too much time on her,
She's
but like I thought
got
that
a
was,
few
I would probably say that
episodes.
was one of the best one-time characters. It's not what the podcast was
Not what
about,
the
but I
podcast
just
is
wanted to,
about.
anyone listen to this, they love Homer's mom, I got your back. I just want you guys to know that.
It's a great episode.
I just thought of also Artie Ziff.
Yeah.
As like he comes back a few times,
Yeah.
like one timer, but like he's pretty funny. And he like I feel like John Lovitz does a lot of voices on the show, and he's usually pretty freaking funny.
Came as the critic from
Yeah.
like his actual series.
Yeah, but
Right.
he was also like the drama teacher in Streetcar Named Marge, and I love him
Right,
in that
right,
role
right.
too.
Not only is
like,
not only is he the drama guy, he's also his sister who runs the
daycare, yeah. Man, like they get him back on a lot of things, and I think John Lovitz
He's
like,
got a
pretty
great
much
voice
kills
for the
it.
show.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
he
does.
does. So none of him got on there.
Guys, we did it. We made a list.
We've done
we
it.
did it.
Oh my god, we didn't have to flip a coin.
We
Yeah.
did. I mean,
It was getting there.
It was
at one
getting
point.
there, but
Oh, man, it was.
I realized I was definitely not going to win anything. So, I mean, for a second, I could have got Bob off, but that's okay. That's okay. Guys,
you
thanks
could've.
so much for joining us here today. Does anyone have anything to plug? Any plug? Sam? Anything?
Not since last
Not
time.
since
no.
last time?
You can follow me on Instagram at Samanimation. That's Sam followed by the word animation.
Cool. And you'll probably make some.
I'll probably be posting some Simpsons doodles after this, and there's a lot of other cool doodles. in
Great.
life.
Nice. And Matt Barrow, thanks for coming here today. And
Thank you, sir.
thanks for not having my back. That's okay.
Bob
Nobody
Love
had your
forever.
back.
I know. I know. I gotta let it go.
I would have gone Barney over it just because, Barney forever, Wiggum.
All right. You won me back.
Wiggum did get cut there,
You did,
too.
yeah.
So
Two
cut.
village people.
We cut him
for
pretty
me.
hard.
Any plugs, Matt?
I'm hosting with a friend of mine a Simpsons musical show.
Oh, very
Yeah.
topical.
Local artists and comedians sing their favorite songs from episodes of The Simpsons.
I will totally be there.
Sam will be there.
Sam will be
Oh my
there.
God.
She'll be in the dance
I'm
numbers.
going to write this down right now.
Yeah, and it'll be at live on Elgin.
Glen Barlas, thanks. Did you have a fun first episode?
Oh yeah, man. I
Yeah?
enjoyed that. I'd like to plug Tuong's podcast. You're listening to it right now, so you already know the great quality that you do get.
Oh, great. Thanks, Glenn. No, I have nothing to plug. But you can find us at Pod Cavern on the Twitter, on the Facebook, on the Instagram. You can email us at ranked@podcavern.com with all your ideas, with all your favorite Simpsons characters that didn't make the list.
I'm trying to see who's on my shirt that we didn't. Frank, we did an honorable.
Lanny,
mention.
Carl,
Yeah.
Quimby, there's so many characters.
Oh, the
that
judge is even on here.
yeah.
Cletus,
Chalmers.
Mayor Quimby.
Quimby.
Wow, I was surprised actually.
Yeah,
We literally haven't mentioned him once, other than the him and Wiggum conversation. Wow.
We also mentioned him and
Fat Tony.
Comic book guy.
Yep.
Snake Eyes.
Rainier
Yeah,
Wolf
Snake.
Castle.
Anyways, there's a bunch of characters we missed.
All right, guys. Part two.
Jebediah
Part two of the
Springfield.
podcast.
Part two, top 5, top
Guys
20.
we missed.
Yeah.
Snake.
Yeah. Bye.
Otto.
That's my Simpsons impression there.
That was really good.
Thank you. And you can find me on the Twitter, tonguelaw_. And yeah, that's an episode. So see you guys around. Bye. Nice.